Testing audio. 1, 2, 3. Audio sounds good. Make sure we have everything up and running. There it is. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you're having a good day, whether you're watching this on Monday on Twitch or Tuesday on YouTube. Thank you for watching regardless. Before we start, we're going to make a quick roster move here. To be completely honest, I don't really know, for those who were not here in the last stream or haven't seen the last video, the last upload, for the third time this year, we have lost our youngest catcher, one of our youngest catchers, in Andy Carter, as he is done for the rest of the year with a fractured wrist. So he is done for the year. We are looking for a third player. Someone that I've been thinking about has been first baseman Barney Armaz from the Netherlands. Not great, but just someone to take over, to play first and third. Good to substitute our catchers so we can keep them fresh. I don't expect him to do a whole lot for the team, but Pody is, while he's doing good in AAA, he struggled mightily at the big leagues. So we're going to call up Barney Armas. We're going to add him to the 40-man first. And then we're going to call him up to the majors. So it says that he's been to the majors before, but I don't know how he has. But he is. He's here. So he doesn't have an expectation, which is good. We can kind of just keep him on the bench until we need him. I don't expect him to play in tonight's game, but well, unless he pitch hits. I don't know. But we're going to finish our series against the Diamondbacks, and then starting tomorrow, I believe, we will cover the series in Atlanta, and then we are on another long road trip, 4 against the Dodgers, and then back to Arizona for 4 more games. Cannot wait to go to AT&T Field, or as we say, Oracle Park now, for the Giants. Actually, no, the Giants come to Wrigley. I can't, man, what a day. I've had a long day, I'll say that. What's up, Twisted? Oh my, will my phone allow you? I don't know, will it? I turned my bit rate down, so hopefully it's not on my end. I turned it down just for you. I was going to start earlier today, but to be completely honest with you guys, I have not been sleeping soundly the last couple nights. Nothing wrong, just haven't been sleeping like I should be. So I've been trying to catch up on rest as much as possible. We got our power lineup pretty much there. I should probably play Costello at second today. We're going to give Mueller a day off. I'm going to put Costello up here. Put Nom down in the lineup here just to see how he does down here. Yeah, we'll do that in case Watkins gets a hit. That's fine. He just got called up, so. Smooth as smooth. Let's hope it stays that way. We do got a home run battle for first place. No Melendez, though. I'm sure he's in fourth. But, yeah, I've been averaging about, according to my deep sleep research I've done on myself, I've only been averaging 3 to 3.5 hours of deep sleep a night. So, gotta love doing tests on yourself, if you will. But it's probably why I sound so raspy. Anywho.
The league's current home run leader will look to add a long ball or 2 to his total next.
How are you, Twisted? Hysteria.
Gets the starting
Hopefully he had a
nod
good
for the
weekend,
Cubs
man.
in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point?
It's just so frustrating, man. It's not even because of my boy. My boy sleeps through the whole night, and we're very happy about that. But
that's saying something. Hopefully,
you
we're
think
gonna
I'd be
see more
tired
the same
because
from
of the
this
kid?
guy,
Nope.
One of the top pitchers in all the league.
Nope, he sleeps like
Digging
nothing.
in,
But
Danny Montero. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
yeah, I will. I'm not too worried about it. I think my body's trained on it a little bit because when I was in college, I worked night shift at a grocery store, and then I had about 10 hours of college. So I was used to averaging 3 to 4, possibly 5 hours a night. So I think I'm a little trained on it. Doesn't make it any easier though. Plus someone got hurt again. Put 18 out of its misery. I hate to hear, man. Me and Amish were talking about that last night before we recorded. We hate to hear that you got rid of 18. We were looking. We were happy that you started streaming the game again, but I understand. Frustrations kicks in. You don't want to play it.
Orville Horton looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one.
I'm sure next year's version or this year's version, whatever, I'm going to be frustrated as well because I'll have my difficulty cranked up
Should be in
as
for
well.
a warm one this
So.
afternoon. 91 degrees, our first pitch temperature. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. Horton.
No, I don't
bats
blame you,
left,
man.
but
I don't
throws
blame you.
right and stands 5'7".
I keep
So
telling
his
myself
third
I'm going to
season
stream
as a
something
major
else,
league player.
but every time I say that, I just stream
Ready
baseball.
with the 1-1 pitch.
I've got
Swinging a grounder
other
foul.
games I could play. Just don't.
The 1-2.
I don't know what he was expecting there.
I think he kind of trained a hitter's eyes in that at bat. What I mean is you'll find the first 3 pitches are all down around the knee. So
Yeah,
as a
no,
hitter,
I
he's
get that.
probably looking down there again.
There's times
That's
that
the
my,
perfect time to raise his
like when the
sights
balls hit
and
down the
make a good
line,
pitch.
that's not just you. A lot of people do experience that. The one that gets me is it really happens a lot actually here at home, here at Wrigley. When players will get that little cheap hit down the first base side, my right fielder will look at the ball. Like, you know, you see him looking at the ball like he's going to pick it up, and the ball just goes between his legs. You know, not like in an error standpoint, but like a bug, if you will. So
Here's the first pitch to him.
that's pretty frustrating, especially when you have like a no-hitter going or, you know,
Well, if you can throw it
you have a
first
1-0
strike
lead and the
consistently,
game
a
cheats
first
like
pitch
that, and
changeup
all of a
is
sudden
effective.
they got a runner on
Almost
third
never looking for
with
it.
1 out or
Bases
something.
are empty here with 2 men out.
I'm starting a new team in 19. I want to. I just gotta push myself to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do another fantasy franchise or if I'm going to do a long-term rebuild franchise or what exactly. I have no idea. Boy, I'm hanging sliders everywhere.
Diamondbacks down in order, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game.
Yeah, no, I get you. The game does slow down your outfielder sometimes. Like, you think, you see them running toward it at good speed, and then all of a sudden they just kind of slow down just enough for that runner to get that extra base. So, I know what you're talking about.
What do you got?
Hey man, we're getting a look at a guy
I really should kind of start another franchise to get a lot of these newer players in. Like this one example, for this franchise doesn't have Acuna.
That doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to
This franchise does have a lot of young talent in the game now. I don't know. I might start another one, but I still enjoy playing this one a lot.
Throw to first is in time for the first down. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you know, Matt, they need to get better production for their number 3 hitter. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I
Oh
just
no,
didn't like the way
Melendez
he
went
went
0 for
about it.
4.
Looked
Whatever
like
shall we do?
they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to
Oh
put
yeah.
that behind him.
Stepping up to the plate, John Costello. He drove in his club's only run a night ago.
Oh yeah, that's a weird bug.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
It's a really weird
Fastball is in
bug.
there. So guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in a bit of a
I may
rough
actually
patch.
do
They
a
dropped
Road to
4
the
in a
Show
row.
character
Yeah,
in
Matty, this team has
2019.
definitely been struggling
Road to the Show looks
recently,
so
and
good.
you
I
get
look
a
forward
up
to
right
their
now and you're gonna face
broadcast
some
on Thursday.
Somebody has to step up for
There's
this
a
team.
knock
Tell
for
you what, if
Costello.
they're able to score a few early
I
runs
may
on
bring
them,
back
put him on
famous
the back
closer
foot,
Julian
this could be a
Bowie. I
huge
don't know.
momentum swing for
The
this team.
Boovinator.
Execute your pitch
Either that or I'll do
properly,
shortstop
being
Heath
a
Kahn.
left-hander
I don't
is
know.
able to shoot it through the 5.5 hole. That fires me up.
Do you ready to show until the rosters come out?
Into the box, Jose
Yeah, I
Melendez.
could do that. I could absolutely try to do that.
Foul behind the plate.
I probably won't be invested too much into it though, because I only play so much a day. But that's a good idea though. I might try Road to the Show. Would you be more interested in a shortstop or a closer?
1-1 the count to the Cubs' first baseman. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he
Oh,
gets the
what that even
respect not
says.
only from the pitchers,
How much
but
if you're
from
in
the
here? I don't
players
even know what
because
that
his
says.
zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he
Come on,
wants to
wind's
give a
blowing
little
out.
bit off
We
the
gotta do
outer
something.
edge, I'm okay with that.
Can't do free jazz without rosters. Yeah?
Lays off 2-2 now.
There you go.
Third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
I'm gonna be concerned about Melendez.
He was able to
He's,
spit on that first slider right
Not as
there.
much power. I mean, he's still got the same power statistically speaking, but connecting on these pitches, he has been hitting them as well. Hitting for average, which is good. I'll take that.
In now, Angel
Yeah, that's true,
Barrios.
yeah. Well, I may go with a
Look at the
shortstop
first
then.
pitch fastball for ball
I may
one.
go with
And he begins the game
18-year-old.
just
No,
a
he was
single
19 in my
finger
older
shy of 30
franchise.
for the year so
19-year-old Heath Kahn. I'll have to get his card from one of my old broadcasts.
far. Now the 1-0.
Very old YouTube
Swung
video.
on and missed, strike one.
See if I have it anywhere where I have his stats and I can
First, one gone.
see get him as close as I can, because that's a knock through the middle. We are going to
And that will get
hold.
through into center field.
But yeah, he wasn't really a power guy. He was a he had a batting stance similar to what I use for Melendez.
After that knock right there, that's
Really good contact guy. He was, you know, not Francisco Lindor defensively, but he was pretty good. I would say he was above average. So. Did get hurt a lot though. That was his downfall. He did get hurt, if I remember correctly. So
Now we're on 11.
that's a good idea though. I will absolutely probably do an
Digging
infielder.
in, Chris Valdez. He was swinging a hot bat
Just
in the
don't
first
expect
half,
Class
but
A
currently finds
gameplay,
himself
seeing
in
how I've never
second
done Road to
place
the
in
Show.
the league's home run standing.
And I don't expect him to slow down anytime soon, Matty. He
Ooh,
sees himself
okay.
in second place right here. He wants to get hot and overtake that top spot.
getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good
Yeah, I'll
job
make
to
Conn a
give
nice
yourself
one.
the advantage there.
And it's fouled away.
The game puts me on the Nationals. I'm going to demand a trade every day. It'll probably do something really ironic and put me on the Cardinals.
It's 1-2.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest.
I thought you could... Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you could choose their age. Couldn't you choose their age in order to show, or did they just default start at 18?
If we're being with ourselves. That one caught a little bit.
I mean, if he default started 18, it's not that big of a deal. I'll get pitched. Because he didn't play for, trying to remember. I don't think, because I had Andrelton Simmons at shortstop for a while. And I think Kahn was in my minors when he was 18. And then he played when he was on my main team when he was 19. But he was in AAA and stuff when he was 18. So that might work out. I may, that actually might not be a big deal. So.
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch.
We'll swing at that.
Missed that time. It's 0-1.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're.
I'll have to dig him up and see if I can find his stats.
And he misses
So.
with it 1-1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure
drafted
it's
at
up
19.
above the zone like that. He can't
Guess I
do a
could do
whole
that.
lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that misses.
Did me a favor there.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit.
You know, at one
This
point
is a
early in
big
the season,
spot
these
here.
Diamondbacks had the second best record in the National League. Now they have just fallen off.
High in the
Got
air
out
to
of it.
shallow left
Nice
center.
job. Good
Frazier
pitch.
has a
Just
play.
missed it.
He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Cubs wind up leading
But yeah, it's
them
not too
loaded.
big of a difference if
Still
he's
no
18 or 19,
score.
I guess. So.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He was hitless in a shutout last night. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a
Hanging
look at one
everything.
catching the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is
Still
pulled
hanging
into
stuff.
right.
That defense gonna be busy today.
And he makes the catch for the out.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And fellas, the one thing I'm excited about today is watching this team flash the leather. Pickett and Grin.
You guys hear that?
This team has the highest fielding percentage. That screams to their pitchers taking them to some nice steak dinners on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably a good idea.
Set to get his day started. Felipe
Did you guys hear that
Montes,
Bruce Bochy,
that's just
manager of the
announced
Giants, is going to
300
retire
so
after
far
this
on the
year?
season.
After the season,
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
the Giants will be looking for a new
Sliders in for a
skipper in 2020. Kind of doesn't surprise me that he's, well, I mean, maybe not surprised, but he did have heart issues last year, so I guess he found it time, you know.
No score here as we play inning number 2.
Had it time to get out of the game, you know. Good splitter. That's what I want that splitter to be.
And it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin the start.
I know this is
That's
going to sound like a really big
pace
nitpick,
for him.
but I really
First
hope
5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see
in
him keep up
19
this pace.
that the random name generator that come up for these players is a little more diverse.
Up next for Arizona, Frank
I see a lot of
He'll get his
Valdez's.
first opportunity in this one.
I see a lot of Melendez's.
First offering on its way.
Hopefully they have a little more stretch on the
Down the first baseline.
the name generator.
Right there.
And if they don't, it's not a
Step
game
on the
killer.
bag
But
himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half.
oh God,
He'll
Buck
go to the bottom
Showalter.
half of inning number 2.
What up, Matty?
And we are tied,
How are you, buddy?
nothing. Set to get his day started, William Nam, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch coming, here it is. Bouncer up the middle.
Maybe not.
And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
A hillbilly from Georgia. Is it my neighbor?
Matter what it looks like.
Could be my neighbor.
Lawns are so good.
Oh, Devo, this guy's been due. He
That's not an
really
insult
needs
either.
that.
That's actually very true.
Now to the plate, Mike Watkins. And as you take a look
Yeah,
at
no,
the
there's a
splits here, he's
guy.
actually better against
I think he's actually in my
right-handed
minor league system. His name is like, he's one of the closers in AA. His name is like William Park, and it says he's from Taiwan or something, but he does not look Taiwanese.
First delivery to him on the way. 4-1.
That's the way to put it. Yeah, the Road to the Show stream, man. I'll be tuning into that.
The 1-0.
I'll be very interested to see what they do with Road to the Show. They look like they revamped it again.
And speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitch.
That's an easy picking.
There he goes for second. Strike taken. The throw
As long as he don't hurt himself.
way late, and he's in there easily at second. So a chance here maybe for our first run of the
Look at that. We
ball
got
game as
2
he's
players
moving
at
to second
28
on the
stolen bases,
base.
man. Speed on
And
these
as
2
we pull
guys.
up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks second on the team in that category.
My pitcher has 2 stolen bases. That's James Cho. I didn't even realize
Stands
that.
at second with no outs.
I can pitch.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
From the mountains making moonshine. Dude, you are describing my neighbor. That's in the gap. That's going to get gap-ish. That's going to be enough for Nam to score. 1-0 Cubs. That's exactly why we put Nam in front of Watkins there.
Teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here. They strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Had a great day at work. Very quiet today. Nice. Very good. Yeah, work was quiet for me too.
Exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Fikes and Party Ball, thank you for hosting. Appreciate it.
Standing in now,
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Oops.
Strike one.
See, I think next year, franchise speaking, for this game, or for this franchise, is going to be pretty good, actually. You know, there's no guarantee that my 5 major players will come back to this team. Not to mention a new game, a new difficulty. I don't know, man. There's a lot of young pitchers, not fully developed.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be.
I don't think we're going to be that dominant next year.
You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
And this one's in the dirt.
Huge free agency, probably the biggest one I've ever had. No joke, probably the biggest
Working for the
free
punch
agency
out
I've ever
and the
had.
offering. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
We got some holes to fill,
Crozier waits on deck.
just a couple, not a lot. But we gotta make sure we, you know, Barrios is gonna be a free agent. My home run leader on the team right now. Boy, he gave that pretty hard.
Sprinting after it.
We would like for him to come back. He'll be 30 years old in the off season. I think William Nam's got 1 more year, so he's not going to be a free agent. I keep saying he will be, but he's not. Costello, my utility guy, who's been fantastic for me. Plays everywhere in the infield. He's going to be a free agent. I don't think it'll be too hard re-signing him. Then you got some major bullpen pieces. You got Alvin Easel. He's been with the team all 10 years. He is a franchise OG, if you will. Oh, while he is declining, I would like to keep him until he retires. And then one of the biggest ones, Lonnie Mitchelltree, my best save, my best closer I've ever had. 34 years old, free agent. I'm still going to throw money at him. I don't care. I will throw money to keep him. So, big free agent market. That's going to get through. Not to mention I got 2 pitchers. Tanaka and Cho will be free agents. I may let Cho go, but Tanaka I would like to bring back. So, gotta have that money, man. I don't mind paying Barrios 30 mil. I don't mind paying Mitchell Tree. I'm going to guess he's going to want 15 because he makes 11 right now.
Into the box now, John Costello. As the first pitch to him is
I don't know, though. It's going to be a
According
very
to the career
odd
numbers
offseason.
on the back of his baseball
Very,
card.
very odd
Costello
offseason.
carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Now the 0-1. And that one just missed outside.
Yeah, exactly. The extension, contract extension. I'm going to have to set myself a guideline for that, though. I can't just re-sign everyone, you know, in the middle of the season. I might set myself a limit, like a little rule for my franchise. Like, I can only do one per season. Unless they do it like how they are, like how they do it in Madden. You know, when the players say that they're
2-1 on its
ready
way.
to talk an extension or something.
Down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
With the meat of the order due up
I don't think they're going to do
next,
it that
you
way,
could probably
though.
expect
I don't
to
think
see something you
franchising's
can handle
until
here with the full
second
count
week of
as
March,
the
I think.
two-hole hitter.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing
That's in the
line
gap.
drive.
That's going to
Gonna be
score one
trouble.
at least. Crozier's going to be sent. He's going to score.
And the run will score.
Two-run double by
It's
the
a
man we
4-0
just
game.
mentioned, John Costello.
Whistles over the second baseman's
The reason
head.
I like
He
this
had
guy.
no chance to make a play on that one, and it gets fielded deep in the alley, but not before a two-run score, and the hitter lands on second.
Right, yeah, that's a good way to do it, too. You know.
Into the box, Jose Melendez.
And Melendez is going to hit one into the gap. That's going to get down. It's going to be a single for Melendez, though. Costello will score.
And to score, the runner from
There's
second.
the offense.
So he's aboard
Time
for the
to
second of
wake
the
up,
afternoon so
gentlemen.
far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see,
Yeah, Bryce
right
Harper,
there
man.
among the league
Still
leaders
kicking
in
it.
that
Still
regard.
kicking it in this franchise. It's amazing what Harper's still doing. Is there a sell at the gap?
Angel
Yes.
Barrios. He reached on a single in his first try.
Here's Angel Barrios.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0.
These guys hitting aren't.
Yeah, no, I
first-rate
like that
acts.
too, because you just
They
never
excel at
know.
getting
You know,
out
just
early,
because
so this is a big
you
moment
give
in
them
this
what
game.
you think is
If
the
they're
best
able to
offer doesn't
lengthen
mean they'll
this
sign
lead
for
any
you.
more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win.
You know, they may want to play on the West
Can't sit
Coast,
back
or
long enough and the count
they
evens
may
up at
want to
1-1.
play in another division or something like that. I really like that.
Here's the 1-1
You know, you can't just throw money at them and
No
expect them
offer on
to
that.
sign.
2 balls and a strike.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus.
I know I
and
lost a
moved on
couple
right
big
there. It's
players
clearly
that way,
not
but
going his way, and
it's worked
he's
out.
thinking more about that
you
than
know.
the task at hand. And right now, he needs to think about this hitter.
I want that draft pick.
He pulls this one
That's
into
gonna get
right,
down.
and
Man,
that
this pitcher
finds
is
him
not
out
having a
field
good day.
grass. It's a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a compensation pick, I believe, in the next year's draft. So,
Stepping in now.
because I let Aaron Colon go and Seattle claimed him off waivers. So, I just I looked over and over again for a solid trade for him, and I just couldn't find one. A lot of teams were offering me a starting pitcher, but I have plenty of starting pitchers. So they weren't offering me what I wanted. I just decided it'd be easier to put them on waivers, or release them, if you will.
Or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on.
I could have kept him, be potential guy, but he hasn't really been improving that much. Good Lord, let the hit train continue. Melendez gonna test him. Nope, he's out. Good arm. Good arm. Bases loaded, 1 out. Nope. Runners on first and second, 2 out. That's all right. Gotta try eventually.
Love, twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2.
That was very aggressive. That was unnecessary. But
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard on the ground towards
guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
on the second for the force out, and the side is retired. 9 men come to the plate. 4
God, we got 10 hits already.
full. It's the
Jesus,
Cubs 4
man.
and the Diamondbacks nothing.
I look forward to that difficulty spike.
It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. Stepping into the box, David Cordova. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading
that's
off
funny
at
to me.
third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy
KB.
before he really settles in.
Cub photos. Yeah, huge inning. Now I won't score another run for the rest of the game.
The pitch. Changeup.
But hopefully that'll be enough, man. Valdez has been known to struggle in the 5th inning later. 5th inning after the 5th inning. I give up talking. I give up. He's been hanging a lot of his pitches today, too. Makes me a little concerned. But with a 4-0 lead, we can attack the zone a little more.
And the fastball just a bit
If he can
high.
find it. But anywho, what are we gonna expect out of you, T? Out of the new game? I'm assuming another Orioles franchise.
Chopper to short. Nom fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone.
Which I love your Orioles franchises. I really do.
One away, time for a check
They're
at
good
the
to watch.
standings now in the National League Central as you see where the Cubs find themselves entering play here today.
I don't know, man. I don't think we've clinched it yet.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game.
Nope, rope. Good one.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Splitter taken
Gotta
here, 2-1.
find the zone, buddy. You're doing very solid though. Do a poll for franchise. If not, then a hardcore franchise like normal. I plan to do a Race to the World Series again. I keep getting asked about it. Probably start the game off with a Road to the Show for 8-bit. Yeah, I forgot about your championship run. Pretty good. Love those things.
High pop up.
I can't do. I'm sorry. I can't do a quick franchise. Like,
Makes the play, and
I
the
love
Cubs are gone
every
now.
detail about running a team.
Striding
I know
in,
it's boring to a lot of people,
Anderson,
but I just
2
enjoy
away in the inning, and
doing
again,
that
it
small,
looks like
those
this
small
could be
bits to a
another
team.
1, 2, 3 inning form.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch.
I can absolutely see the pressure of
See how
doing
long
a
he can keep this dominance
Race to the
up.
World Series kind of
First
mode.
pitch of the at bat on its way. Swung on and missed.
You do it very well, though.
Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I like the way you do your setup. There's that
Behind
changeup.
a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Oh,
Strike 3 called.
Courtesy
as he
call.
says, you got to be kidding me with the side retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks.
that's as
They're on the short end of a
courtesy as you
4-0
can get,
score.
man.
Riding in once again, William Nom. He singled his last time up.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas.
I don't know if I
pedal
asked you
down
this,
because team that they're playing
Hysteria,
can
but
strike and score a lot of runs too.
Who do you think the new announcer is going to be in the show next year? Bring in someone to the broadcast booth. Oh boy. That hit hard. That is not... Oh, wow. What kind of route to the ball was that? That is a triple because you misplayed that. He must have lost in the sun, man. That wasn't even close. I don't know if they've got rid of anyone. I haven't seen anything so far about them getting rid of anybody. But my best guess is probably Mark DeRosa. But I don't know though. Just I love when they add someone new. I wonder if this could be the year that they add a female reporter or announcer or something. I gotta look where Naquin was at this. Yeah, man, this wasn't even close. Naquin, what are you doing? He had to have lost it in the sun. I mean, that had to be it. Like, the sun is right there, so I bet you he lost it in the sun. That was, that's not even close. That looks like a catch attempt I would do.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 1-0 fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a
to be Frank Thomas. No. As long as it's not like David Ortiz or somebody like that. You know, I want an actual analytical announcer.
He was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt.
I just have no idea. I don't honestly have a guess.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Thickens.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good.
Love to see
He's
Griffey.
trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not
Griffey's an
attacking the
exception.
strike zone anymore.
The 3-0 pitch. And he's
Yeah,
able
pitch
to lay
walk,
off
huh?
there for ball 4. Now to put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
The next hub-up, Ronaldo Valdez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a attempt here, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
You know what? I'll take that. That's fine. If I would have swung with Valdez, I guarantee you he would have popped out or double played. So I'll take that bunt. A little too hard of a bunt, but I'll take that bunt.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Peter Crozier.
I still got to change Crozier's shades, man. It ain't supposed to be red. It's supposed to be blue.
First pitch on its way. Called strike over the outside corner.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game...
That's going to score one.
And that's in there, base hit.
Hold Watkins at third, even though he would have scored, of course.
Now the
There you
throw
go.
comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still
Crozier's
only
swinging a
one
hot
away.
bat in July. Very hot bat.
Ready for
Speaking of
another
which.
chance, John Costello will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
So when will Crozier be off?
Here's the
They
first
expect
pitch
it.
to him. A ball and no strikes. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right
Gotta
here.
keep your eye on
Didn't happen,
Crozier.
but the cat-mouse game
He
continues
will
on.
run.
Runners are at first
93
and
steal
third, one
percentage
away.
and 97 speed. They are really on
And
it.
the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. He's running.
Ooh, we got a late jump.
Low. The
Bad
throw
throw. That's stolen base.
is not close.
Atta
He's in
baby.
there with a stolen base.
Well, Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but
He got a
to me,
horrible
it's still
jump.
too early to worry about
I think a
disrespecting
good
the
throw
other
would have
team.
got him.
I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
Watkins.
They have a pitcher
Third,
with Plesac.
Crozier is over at second with one down in the inning.
A manager, yeah. They should add Ryan Dempster. You should totally add Ryan Dempster.
2-2. And he fouls this one off.
That'd be hilarious. He could do his horrible Harry Carey impersonations.
Ready with another 2-2.
Ah, popped him up.
Frazier over to his right. And
Well,
he
you'll
makes the
see,
catch
guys.
for
Look,
second
I
out.
can't even do it, man. I can't even.
Great scoring opportunity miss right there. You talk about frustration, popping it up with two runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
Ready for another shot now, Jose Melendez. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like
Jesus
they've got a shot
Christ.
if they can get out of this jam, though.
Oh, that's a funny meme. Dude, nice meme.
First delivery to him on the way.
Okay.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That
All right,
just
now.
about got him in the coconut.
Don't hit Melendez
I'll tell
because you can't pitch.
There was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing
God
a guy
damn,
like
that
this,
scared me.
you don't want him to get too comfortable in that
Christ.
batter's box.
I still gotta do this one, but I wanna wait till I put the string on because it's not.
Yeah? Wow, that was really good.
I loved it.
Jesus Christ. So wait, you're waiting for that?
So I'm gonna start stringing the ribbon down right here. Once I get to this point, I can put the last of the flowers because it covers over some of the strings.
Same with that one.
No, this one I can still get back there.
Oh, okay. That's really good.
I can still get there.
See, that would have took me a week because I'm just not creative.
I did it in 2 hours.
I know. So anything you can't do. Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Hello, people.
Nessa made a, she made a thing.
So, but I gotta start with the ribbon. Let's see how much ribbon I got. Not enough.
You've got enough ribbon.
I don't know.
You
'cause
have
the
12
ribbon's
rolls of
supposed
ribbon.
to go like to here, honey.
Well, I mean, do you really need that much though?
Yes, because this is a big statement piece full of room.
Oh.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow
It's gonna be
there,
the baby's
guys.
room
May have let
statement.
that front side open up a
Which is
little early to try to pump up on a
But
fastball
you haven't shown
and
it.
sailed on it.
I showed her the version.
Oh, okay.
I haven't shown her what I did with it or what I turned it into.
2-0 on the way. Way out in front.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth
I know,
of the
right?
Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west. But that one
I
right there
totally
was
agree
just
with you.
Downward action.
Oh, when I get into the crafting mode, I don't
Montero
speak.
moves over.
That's why you have a commentator.
And that'll
Not me,
retire
but
the
that's
side.
why we have a commentator. She actually did paint streams for a while.
Into a run for Chicago.
Was it
3
cooking?
innings complete. It's the
Oh,
Cubs
cooking.
5
No,
and
wait,
the
well, you did the thing with
Diamondbacks
Sloth a
nothing.
couple times.
Oh yeah, I
The-
did do that with Sloth for a little while.
The painting streams.
Yeah.
So
Right.
coming to
This
the
is the
plate,
most crafty
Danny
I've done, and I
Montero
love it.
back
Yeah,
to the top
she-
of the
she's
lineup.
really,
They're still looking for the
she married down.
base runner in this
She
one.
married me.
No
I
doubt
can't do
about
nothing.
that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
You know,
She
that makes me
she
great.
she won't admit it, but she knows deep down inside that's an absolutely true statement.
What kind of adjustments these hitters are able to
Maybe
make
if I keep talking like this,
living
she
in
won't hear
game.
me.
I'm happy right now.
You should be. You put a lot of work into that.
Well, I have a niece now, so there's gonna be a lot of bow making.
Bows.
too.
First offering on
She's
its
throwing
way.
them bows. That's what you should call it, crafting.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Looks good.
Have fun.
Just me and Hysteria. Talking stuff. Whoop.
Thank you for the compliment, by the way.
Cold strike. 0-2.
Private package. Thank you for the follow.
Alright. Look,
I love you too.
have some fun.
Set to deliver on 0-2.
She does
Here
so
it comes.
much. There's a hit.
Hit hard towards center.
She does so much crafty stuff like that, man. She's so artistic. It's not even fair. It's not even fair, man. She can do anything. She can cook well. She knows how to, like, she made I'll have to find the picture, but she made a huge, like, fox cake. And it took her all day to do that. Alright, well, you can have that base. But, it took her all day to do that. She's done that. She's done Dreamcatcher. She paints. I mean, she's good at a lot of stuff, man. So,
Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
business. I've tried to get Vanessa to do that, man. I've tried to tell her, be like, you've got quite a talent there. You know, I mean, you should really look to emphasize that if you can. But I'm not going to pressure. I'm never going to pressure her into it.
All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report. We see
Call that
a
double A
couple
team
prospects
not
that
good.
are performing at a high
Not
level
good at
in the
all.
upper minors.
New Orleans baby cakes. Look at that. No, I'm not either, man. Like, my little nephew, who's like 8.
Digging in to try it
Like,
again.
let me see if I can
Elroy
find that
Holmes.
picture real
He's 0
quick.
for 1 thus far.
Let me see. I know this has nothing to do with baseball, but you know what? If my phone will let me do it. My phone's been a piece of junk lately. Go off on it at some point. It's not letting me do it, but
From the belt, the pitch.
oh wait, I know what I can do. Hold
Slider
on.
to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
Why is God? My phone is such a piece of crap.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks.
Maybe it's just Facebook. Facebook's just garbage. All right.
That misses 2-0.
I don't blame him for
But
not
yeah,
coming
he's
over hard
painting,
to plate. He circled this guy
not
on the
painting,
lineup
but-
card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the
Yeah.
game.
So okay. So this is what my nephew painted. I forgot when I switch it to the scene, my microphone cuts off. Going back to the other one now where it works. But yeah, he drew that himself, and I told my sister, I was like, man, I can't
The 2-0 pitch.
do that now. 'Cause that's gonna be a run for the Diamondbacks, by the way.
First is in time, but meanwhile,
But
the runner is in to score.
yeah, I mean,
That grounder was hard hit.
if I did a creative stream, you guys would laugh at
The
me.
hold on a ball like that,
Which
but
I wouldn't
he
blame
was
you.
off on
I'd be like,
contact,
here
and they opted to take
is the
out
world's
first
worst
instead.
stick figure. I drew a stick figure sideways.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin.
I would love to do more IRL streams, but I just don't really have an interesting life. I really don't. I don't do nothing much. Still looking for like a place to go do baseball drills around my area, but there's nothing. Absolutely butt kiss.
Definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
With Legos? Dude, you'd be amazed how many people would watch that. I'm not even kidding you.
2 out, nobody on.
A lot of people are very invested into creations such as Legos, you know?
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
You could look up a YouTube video of like someone building Legos and see how many views it's got.
Line toward right center. He will run this one down in right center.
It's not as underrated as you
9,
think it
and
is.
the inning is over. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Cubs 5 and the D-backs.
No, don't
1.
spoil where I got my profile pic.
Digging in and looking for more.
I'm thinking about buying another webcam as well. Like, I like this one that I got. It's a very old Logitech webcam. But I'm thinking about buying that new one that has the green screen function built in the back. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. You know? But I like sometimes the shenanigans that happens in the background. So, like Vanessa will walk in randomly. You'll see her butt like appear right here every now and then. It's funny.
1-0 delivery. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
They still got this guy in.
3-0.
Pretty sure this will be his last inning.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like
Oh,
he
got
has
the
here in
green
the fourth.
screen.
Makes you start wondering what's going on.
I can't buy a green. I don't think I would like a green screen behind me.
Now the 3-0 offering. Line drive to
Hit it
center
hard.
field.
It's not hard enough.
Naquin patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Now batting, left fielder, Rick Valdez.
So in now for Chicago, Chris Valdez. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center.
That's not gonna do nothing. Come on, Valdez. You're killing me, Smalls.
And that's the second out of the inning.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Third baseman, Michael Love.
Standing in, Michael Love. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Green screen.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Oh, way ahead of that.
5-1 our score as we play the 4th here.
But yeah, I don't know about investing a lot of money into a streaming system because I do want to get into streaming again. That's why I've been back a lot lately. But I don't know if I'm fully invested.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
That's why I don't go out of my way to have a crazy overlay and stuff like that.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at-bat, is this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch.
Another pop-up, man.
Up high in the air.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
And the catch is made right on top of the pitch.
Come on, 5 runs ain't enough. Drop it.
3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead this one, though, 5-1.
Oh, shit.
So striding in, Felipe Montes, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This one doesn't look good.
Valdez is
so far,
only at
down by
38
both
pitches.
those
We're
as we
getting
enter
the
the
5th
middle
inning.
innings. It's about time
Ridiculous.
they get something going. And the last
I'm a
thing you wanna
basic
do is
bitch. I'm
fall
not going
behind.
to have a
You
gaming
have to
computer
score a
and a
bunch
streaming
in the
computer
8th
or
and 9th
webcam.
inning.
It's 4K. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, the only reason I spent a lot for my gaming computer is
Into the
because
windup, here comes the 0-1.
I'm really hoping the podcast takes off a little more and we'll be doing more things, and out of the 3 of us I have the best equipment when it comes to that. Like Amish has the editing equipment, but I have like the live streaming, the good live streaming equipment, so
Now batting, Frank Slinger.
it's a lot of hundreds. Jesus Christ.
First pitch of the at-bat. A little bouncer that winds up foul.
Yeah, I don't need anything too basic. I mean, like if this webcam just dies, I'll probably go a little bit without a webcam, you know? You don't need to see my face every time.
This guy's pitching
Or
really
do
well
you?
in this one so far. You can just see he's overconfident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Oh boy.
This is in the air out to right. Barrios.
He got it. He got it.
And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
The house or a car, yeah.
Fine outing for
Be
him
careful
this
about the
afternoon.
house, I'll tell you that.
League leaders in ERA. And as you
Be
see
very
there on
careful
graphic,
about the
his
house.
total good for 5th best in the National League. Into the box, David Cordova, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Tough slider over the
Surprised
inside
nobody has
corner for
pounded
a
that
strike.
slider out of the park yet. I had a good slider today.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Grounded to short.
That splitter is definitely doing its job, though.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. They're down here 5-1.
Fucking Chris Bryant and Rizzo. Jesus Christ.
Ty Blach, a 6'2" left-hander, jogs in to take over on the hill.
Ah, there we go. Here comes Ty Blach. Ty Blach.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. William Nam.
William
Good old Ty Blach.
First pitch on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Man, that's the second one that he's had, like, right down the middle, and he just didn't do enough with it.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they haven't.
But we'll take a
they've
3-hit
had
day.
Unbelievable scouting report from these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not.
This
trying to
guy's also been in my farm
Guys are
system. He's
staying
been in
a
this
big part of
franchise
the
since
field,
the
making
beginning.
Everything on the screws.
I think he's 30 now, but he's been in.
Stepping up now, Mike
I think he started off at 18 in Double-A.
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside
Craig
corner.
Estes.
Now the Diamondbacks get a left
Another lefty warming up.
The 0-1 delivery. High in the air out
Not
to center
gonna get
field.
the job done.
Naquin's under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The pitcher, number 20.
He needs to lose it in the sun one more time.
Valdez.
Next to hit will be the pitcher.
I don't know, if there's enough time
Valdez
after this game, I may
successfully laid
switch to
down
another
the sac
game.
bunt in his last
Just,
plate appearance.
Just to play something else, you know. That is a great jump. We will take that.
That's a strike to throw down. He's in there easily.
I'm telling you, man, Nam and Crozier are having a duel for stolen base leaders.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count.
Oops.
0-2.
You didn't see that.
Lead off the second there. Now the pitch.
Look at that.
Inside the throw, and the throw here is dropped.
I do not steal third often. I just had to do that.
Still
One thing I
1-2.
can promise for the 2019 Orioles, it will be a top 10 team in steals. Who do they have?
The 1-2. Fastball.
Who do they have in that can steal bases?
Comes up with it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the
Or are you talking about in your franchise?
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the
Like
Cubs
this.
lineup. Stepping forward, Peter Crozier.
Back to the top of the lineup.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
I don't know if my team actually leads the league in steals. If we do, or if we don't, we're in second for sure.
A batting line residing in the 230s.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways.
An
He brings
easy
value
ground
to the
ball.
bat.
Throws it in the dirt. Good pick.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. Cubs lead it 6-1. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier to start things out.
Trying to
in their
find
half
some
of the
real quick.
sixth as
Excuse
they
me.
look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that.
It's still so weird to see Josh Donaldson in a Braves uniform.
1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Oh, real life. Okay.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Yeah, VR definitely can get 20 plus
Takes a
steals.
look down at the knees for a strike.
So do you think the Orioles over time are aiming for more of a speed-induced team instead of power? Because it looks like that's what the Royals are doing.
First base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So it's a good start to the inning for the Diamondbacks. Leadoff hitters.
See, that example right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Did you see how my left fielder slowed down a little bit? Just enough for him to get to second base? That is exactly what I'm talking about.
So he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
I keep that tag on him, Costello. Could have came off the bag.
We'll get the call here.
Here's
as he'll
Bordick.
be the pitcher.
Number 17, James Bordick.
And he'll start in with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Frazier leads off second with nobody out.
Yeah, because like I said, that's what the Royals were are aiming for. You know, Billy Hamilton, Terrence Gore, Whit Merrifield.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward
I think they talked about the how stealing bases is kind of slowly being phased out.
So he notched the backwards
You know, not on purpose. It's just how the game is evolving.
first out of the
A lot of people hitting for power. So like you got a couple teams that don't really have a lot to lose that are saying, well, it's, you know, if everybody's not really studying base stealing, let's see if we can make a team with speed and see what happens. You know.
first delivery to him on the
There's
way.
more than one ways to score a run. So.
Fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Comes set and the 0-1. Grounded to third. And there's out number 2.
He has to make contact, right? he has to make contact with the ball. He has to take the stick, and he has to hit the ball, and he has to hit it far. He does none of those. At least last year he didn't.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ooh, come on, Blue.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Come on,
Out
Blue.
here and a runner at second. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that.
Did not drop like I
changeup.
thought it would.
Got him a little bit out in front.
Sent on the ground.
Yeah, it's like the
Down
Cubs, you
second.
know, like they don't really have anyone
To his right.
great for stealing bases. Like Javi Baez does it every now and then, but he's not
One left
a
for the
base
Diamondbacks.
stealer, you know.
They
He's a
trail
flashy
6-1.
player, but to me, he's not really a base stealer. I still remember, I know I bring this up so many times, but I remember when the Cubs had Tony Campana. You know, he was. I loved watching him steal bases. That was
In the
just a lot
bottom
of
of the
fun.
sixth.
Number 8, Greg Estes.
I digress. Because everyone else in the NL Central has that base stealer. You know, Cardinals have Harrison Bader, great at stealing bases. The Brewers have, let's see, what was his name? Is it Keon Broxton? I'll double check, but I know the Brewers do have a speedster on the team. It was Eric Sogard that had him last year. Eric Sogard.
Fouled away.
He was a speed kind of guy, not a Billy Hamilton or Byron Buxton, but he did steal bases. You know.
The wind up and the 0-1. Way in front of a great
Let's
slider
see,
that
the
time.
Pirates. I guess you could look at Josh Bell in some cases, or you could look at Harrison. And the Reds. I mean, well, they did have Billy Hamilton. Now they could use
You know, Matty, I'm not
Winkler.
surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
Who's that other guy? I'm trying to think of that Reds player that steals bases. Maybe it was just Winkler. Maybe he's just the only one I'm thinking of. But the Cubs don't really have that base stealer kind of guy.
Swung on and missed.
I should have known. I should have known he was going to throw that slider again.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times
Mountcastle.
already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Mullins. He's going to be all center fielder this year, isn't he? If Andrew Jones doesn't come back.
Standing in now, Jose
Andrew
Melendez. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Estes is a reliever known
You know who I'm
for
talking
forcing
about.
Contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball.
Former
in the strike zone.
closer,
He has good
Reggie
stuff,
Long,
not
warming
great
up.
Stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense
Old
help
guy.
him out and make some plays.
1-1.
Oh, baby, stay fair, stay fair. No.
Foul pull.
Wow.
And foul, though it had the home
That was
run
as
distance.
close as you can get.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught
Yeah,
too
Adam
much of a
Jones,
plate.
yeah.
He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity.
Still very
put
interested
the
to see
ball
where he's
away.
going to go. Oh, boy, had
Fouled off.
contact with that.
One out, nobody on.
I don't really know who's putting in for Adam Jones right now.
Now a ball
There you go.
flying toward the alley in left center.
That's
for
going
a
to be
base
into the
hit.
gap
It's now
there.
3
Melendez is
for
going to
four.
try for two. Here comes the throw. Nope.
Relay, not in time, and he's
I
in
bet you if
there
they
for
wouldn't have thrown to the cutoff man, he probably would have been out.
Now batting, right fielder, Angel Arias.
digging in the switch hitter, Angel Barrios.
Hey, I'm going to try to watch you guys play this year. You know, I'm very interested in a very young team like that.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball that time, not even close. Melendez leads off second with one gone in the inning. Lofted in the air out to right field. Montero has a read on it. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. The relay throw, and he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with two men gone.
Left fielder, Chris
Digging in now, Chris Valdez.
Maybe the Marlins, or you go to the Jays. I could say the Giants is a very solid guess. I mean, even though they did get Cameron Maben,
Here's the first pitch to him.
it's just like, would you really take Cameron Maben over Adam Jones? I don't know.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Wherever he goes, though, I bet he's going to sign a 1-year deal.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
So it's like, what
1 ball and 2
team
strikes to
could
count.
sign him to a 1-year deal? I don't know. That's some good guesses.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
I mean, the Reds have already got their outfield
Don't be
handled,
surprised
so
if
we
he
don't have to
gets
worry
another
about the Reds
back foot
signing
slider
him
right
anymore.
here. Don't think
Cubs
for
are
a
absolutely
second
no
just
good,
because he
right?
took the first one that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Maybe the Mariners?
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Oh!
It's a
That
high
is gonna
fly
go
ball
foul as
headed
well.
for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
I could see the Mariners getting
Distance, but it winds up a foul ball.
Adam Jones. I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Men on third with 2 down. High in the air out to center field.
Hit hard, not hard enough.
And that retires the side.
They have so many young players,
Cubs
period,
stand one.
don't they?
They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of
I don't know, maybe the Yankees will just suck them
Getting
up like they
set
do
for the
everyone
seventh
else.
Now with the Cubs out in front, and before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point.
God, Facebook is such
Leading
trash.
off the inning, Elroy
Such
Hall.
trash.
And they'll
Trash.
need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball
okay.
to get them back into this one.
And he lays off
Yeah, that's fair
in
enough.
there for the first strike.
That's fair enough.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far
Not right
in this
there.
outing.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
How about it?
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the
That
third hit
leg
of the
kick,
game.
though.
We're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you gotta
Yeah,
get the bat in
boy.
that position sometimes.
Ah,
This
man.
offense is tired of taking its hat.
We'll be going to
They
a
gotta
Braves
start
game
to
for
swing
sure
the
this
bats a
year.
little bit better. That's
Check
their
out
third
Josh
knock of the game. I
Donaldson
know it's late, but maybe they can get
playing for
something
the
going.
Braves.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike. No hits to this point.
So let me ask you this, Hysteria. I'm sure it's frustrating to be an Orioles fan right now.
A 1 pitch on its way.
Telling you something you don't already know.
First, I don't
But
think they
what?
can get
When
two.
do you think this
The
team
second
will
for
start
one.
competing?
No real shot at 2 as
You
the
know, like, do they have? Do you think they have a goal
That's a really
of
tough
when they
double
want
play
to
turn.
compete?
The first baseman has to field it coming off the bag and then make a throw to second while the runner is going down the line. Couldn't complete the double play, but at least they got one out.
Now a move over to first, just keeping him close. Into the box, Felipe
I really feel bad for
So take a look at ball 1.
you know,
0 for 2
everyone in
for
the
him
N
to
or
this
the
point.
AL East that's not the Yankees and Red Sox. You know. Like if the Rays, for example, were in the AL Central last year, they could have been. It could have been a fight. You know, could have been more of a fight. You know, maybe they wouldn't have traded Archer away. Or
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Hit well on the ground to first.
oh, I took a bad route to
And
that.
through
So that's
for
gonna be
his
bad.
first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Number 9.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple
5-year,
runs
like,
on with
rebuilding
less than 2
plan.
outs, but they're down by so much in this game.
What year are
Hopefully
they on
maybe
now?
they can get
Isn't
something
this like the
here this
third?
Yeah, 100%.
You guys are starting a third year?
Long time. I've
Or have
never
they
seen a
scrapped that
big hitter
rebuilding
give
plan and
that
started a new
bat
one?
away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
1 ball, no strikes to count.
Okay, so they started a completely new one.
Naquin over at second. Montes is over at first with 1 away. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there.
There you go. Good double
It's a
play.
double play as their woes continue.
There's that animation difference. You see how the player just stood there waiting for the ball?
6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam.
That could have been a safe call right
More
there.
from the north side after this.
– 2018 was the last year they could have competed. Really?
Call from the pen to take over
I don't know
on the
about
mound
that.
and start the home seventh.
You guys just didn't have the pitching, you know? I mean, it's really disappointing. I hope this year the pitching works out better for
Coming
you
to the
guys.
plate now, Michael Love.
Leading off for the Cubs, third baseman, Michael Love.
From the stretch. And this one's tapped.
They
foul
bring
from
in,
the
I
plate.
believe that's Long on the mound. Is that Reggie Long? That is Reggie Long. He's a breaking ball hitter, and he's a pitcher, so hopefully the quirks make more sense in this year's game. I don't know why I swing at that.
Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Now batting,
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Stepping in now, William Nam. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Now the 1-0.
Jesus.
Laid off for ball two. Bases are empty, one man out.
2-0 to Nam.
Hit out
That
to
is
the
going to
second.
be cut off.
On the
Nice play, good
backhand.
throw, and he gets him.
Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
up next for the
That
Cubs,
is the highlight of their day right there.
Play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so
Who is
this
that? I can't tell who that
all
is.
arm. Nicely done.
Is that Aldrich? Oh, jeez, that's a lot to read.
In now, Mike Watkins.
There you go, Watkins hit hard, but right at him.
Horton is there, and he'll make the catch to
This
retire
team
the
had a
side.
lot in common with what the playoff Orioles could have been. They had the hitters, which most of them underachieved. Man, I cannot read. They had the bullpen. They had Cobb, who I see as a mid-3 ERA guy. Cashner's coming off a decent year. We had Guzman and Bundy. Both guys are underperformed. The team was there. The underachieving was just the downfall.
He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead
Touche.
in his offense could have really helped settle him in.
I see your point.
Pitch on its way.
Of course, I'm sure it also didn't help that you guys had to face the Red Sox and Yankees so many times a year. Which, you know, with all due respect to the Orioles, they have a lot more MLB-ready talent on their teams. I digress, though. Who knows, man?
Now the pitch.
Hopefully he'll come in here one day and you can brag about the Orioles being in first place. You know?
Love the execution of that changeup.
I want that day to
Hats
come.
off to the guy at the
I want to
plate right
see
now. That's a great
playoffs
take in this
of
situation.
nothing but,
Maybe bought himself
you
a
know,
fastball.
the non-rich teams.
Swing and a miss on the slider,
Just to
and that's
see,
out
you know,
number one.
who shines, you know?
A look at our line score this afternoon, and it's been a good one for the bleacher bums thus far. The home-standing Cubs enjoy
Put my
a
beer
big
cans
lead
over there.
here late. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. He's working on a
Yeah,
one
not to
for
mention, I
two
guess,
so
what,
far.
Buck Showalter just didn't lead them right? Would you put a lot of the blame on him?
Here comes the first pitch.
Do you think he misused the team like Matheny did with the Cardinals?
One and one. One out, nobody on.
Oh, God.
And he knocks it down. Throw
Nice attempt. Not good enough, though.
That time, but not enough to prevent them from getting a one-out base run.
With not one.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy. You can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground. You're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's
Right.
a quick out, and it just wasn't.
I guess an example of that would be Davis, right?
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. This year against right-handed pitching, Adams has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. 1-0 pitch on the way. And here's a fastball
Davis
inside
would
as
be
the count
correct.
moves to 2-0 now. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1.
Beautiful double play, guys. Good turn. We are turning them today.
Side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left.
That'll be it for Valdez. He's due up. Let's let Armas hit.
6-1.
Let's let Barney Armaz
Danny Tipton
get in at bat.
now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year.
Danny Tipton. I've never seen this guy.
Barney Armas is going to grab a bat here.
That Scourgeon has a hard time saying his name. Barney Armas.
They look for some insurance.
Oh Lord, that batting stance has got to change. Got to change. That's like Mueller's batting stance, and I can't stand it. Look at those shoes.
The 1-0. High and deep to center field.
Look at those.
He looks up. And it's gone as they add still another. And good for him. Barney Armas has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure.
Disappear over the fence, then
All right, note to self: don't make fun of his shoes.
He'll be replaying that at bat over
Don't make
and
fun of his
over.
shoes, man.
And now his phone's gonna blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies, everybody's gonna be talking
433
about
feet.
this.
All right, there's another minor league player that could see some major time next year. Join the club, man. Jesus Christ, 433 feet. I did not see that coming. I really did not see that coming.
Peter Crozier fouled away. 2 hits in 4 attempts.
Gotta
at this point.
give credit where credit's due, man. That was a... He murdered that ball.
Behind 0-2 now.
Murdered it. Murdered that
Empty
ball.
here with nobody out. Check his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1.
I went around that time. Bye-bye.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, can't get on first base if you strike out.
Standing in now, John Costello. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame.
What am I seeing in that picture?
The 1-0 home. And it's fouled away.
God, that took forever to type.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Take me forever to read. Catcher will be Cisco if he performs with the backup, as probably win. First will be Mancini with Davis's backup. Second will be VR. Short is complicated, but Martin will be the shortstop. Nunez will be third. Utility will be Jackson. Fourth outfielder will be Rickard. DH will be Trumbo. Good pitch. I forgot how many strikes there were.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice
Dude's got
job
some
bouncing
blonde
back
hair.
from that home run to strike out the next two guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Yeah, good pitch. Solid pitch.
Into the box, Jose Melendez. Fouled off. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game.
We need to see more production out of the 3-hole guy. How about a 3 for 4 day? That's pretty good. Oh.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, Alcides Escobar, yeah. Pretty nice veteran infield you got. Up the middle there. How? What? I did not go around there. You're full of crap, but okay. Dude, Armas and his ugly shoes went deep. It's impressive. Here is a second game of the year for Leo Santos. We'll see how he does. Eric Young Jr. Could be a late inning base stealer, though, you think?
They'll need him to get something going here. Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
Oh, hung that one, man. We got it.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Eric Young Jr.
Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers.
I miss having Eric Young on my team for a while.
Day on the mound for him.
Another good inning for Valdez. Good day for Valdez, I should say.
At the plate, Orville Portman. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. First offering on its way. Hit to third.
Ground ball to Love should be out number 2. There we go.
First, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting, first baseman, Elroy Aldridge.
No relation.
Digging in once again, Elroy Aldridge.
That was not Aldridge that made that play.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And
It's nice to squeeze Santos in non-pressure situations at first, and then as we need him, then, wow, that probably shouldn't have been a strike. Then, he gets a little more experience, I should say.
And
Good
this
slider.
swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Arizona down to its last strike. Bouncer up
Right to Nom, picks it up, throws it to first. Game over. Cubs win. Cubbies win. So we sweep Arizona. And starting either tomorrow or Wednesday, we will welcome the Braves to Wrigley.
Well done.
7-1 the final today.
Javi Baez, Carlos Correa
Total hits in the ball
on the
game.
Braves.
Ronaldo Valdez
Should be
earns
good.
his 12th victory in the ball game as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Richie Anderson was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for Mark DeRosa.
Would play the Go Cubs Go song, but probably get trademarked, so copyrighted, whatever.
Of MLB The Show.
So.
For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
No game 1 of the Braves tonight. Now I gotta go to bed. I gotta work tomorrow. Boo work. Am I right? Boo. See if anybody else is on. I don't have anyone. I don't have anybody on. Damn it. No one that I can host right now. There's Tazawa. Good old Tazawa. David Garlobo, David Paulino, Oliver Navarro. You know, I mean, we got our best pitcher going to the mound, man. Pulliam looking to freaking rake. 16-1, sub-1 ERA. I can't say enough about that guy. Uh-oh. Sprained elbow. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's my top pitching prospect. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I get to take care of that. I'll just put him on a 10-day deal for now. That is unfortunate. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to try to get me some sleep tonight. My boy's with my mom tonight, so won't have to worry about putting him to bed. Well, thanks for talking, Hysteria. Twisted. Whatever you wish for me to call you, man. T to the Wisted. I don't know. Get you some sleep too, man. We'll talk to you next time. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.